This is going to be a very, very short video. It's not going to be long at all. It's just going to be a quick observation of what's going on with Bitcoin. Just this evening, I was sending out a newsletter to my subscribers when I suddenly noticed that the price of Ethereum had fallen a bit dramatically. And so I quickly went to check Bitcoin. And I've been watching this price just go down all evening. Now, as you can see, on the Bitfinex exchange, you've got 6,913. At one point, it was 6,800 and something. And it was about 6,815, I think, almost $100 lower than what it is now. And if you look at Bitstamp, Coinbase, Bytebit, Bittrex, everybody else, they're under $6,900. Some of you may recall, those of you who have been following me, some of you may recall that I'd already predicted quite a while ago for Bitcoin to hit $6,500 based on the observations that I had made. Based on the way markets actually behave, one can never be too sure. One can try to make educated guesses, but you can never be too sure. You can never be 100% because, truth be told, we don't really know. Nevertheless, in this particular case, for this evening, what I did notice is that on the BTC USD longs in the Bitfinex exchange, I noticed that the bulls were really going strong. I think some of them saw this as an opportunity to actually buy into some of the weakness at the moment. Some also believe that the downtrend is showing signs of exhaustion. I'm not too sure about that, but from what I've seen, but we just have to wait and see. And if you look at this chart here, this is the long chart, and you can see right here, over here, the drive of the bulls believing that, okay, the weakness is over, it's time for us to stack up and wait for it to rise. Now, I'm not quite sure whether we'll get a major rise this year. I could hazard a guess, but knowing the way Bitcoin prices have moved over the last few years and how things could suddenly change on a dime, we can't really be sure. So far, if you look at the indicators on this particular chart, you can see that they're quite really bullish. I mean, look at that flat thing. When you see this flat like that, that means that the bullish, you're in a full bullish trend. The same here with the Laguerre. The one above here is the Haroon, and the one below is the Laguerre RSI. Now, I prefer to use the Laguerre RSI instead of the normal RSI because markets really are non-linear. And the RSI is a kind of linear indicator. But we're not going to, this evening, it's not about the RSI. I'm just telling you my personal preference. One more thing that I'm just going to say is that, as everyone knows, I'm sure most of you listening to this or watching this understand this, and that is you trade the market that's in front of you. And I have learned to trade the market and not jump on some form of bandwagon and start screaming, oh, Bitcoin is going up in this way. I like to study the markets, make my calculations before I say anything. And I'm sure many of you who've read my stuff will always observe that at the end of every single blog piece, I always say, your guess is as good as mine because maybe you have some information that I don't have. Maybe there's something you know that I don't know. So I never try to say that I know. I try to put my best foot forward and make some recommendations. But as I've always concluded, but then again, your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, as I said, this is going to be a very short video. So as I always conclude, keep your eyes and ears open and your trading yourself. Take care of yourselves. Bye.